Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, Justin. Hey, Gene. Hopefully, I do a better job or as good of a job as my fulfillment team did last time. I was that was probably the only Friday night pour that I've watched completely. I don't rewatch my own pours, but that pour last week was something else. It was so high energy, no jumping. Yes, hey, I can jump. But I got Whiskey Raccoon, who was given birth to last week by my fulfillment team, and I've got him here. And I just came back from Alabama last yesterday night, and before that I was in Kentucky. But yeah, hey Alex, hey Mike. There's the raccoon. Yes, we had a chicken from Chicken Cock, not Chicken Cock, Old Dominic Whiskey. They stopped by the store. They dropped off a chicken cock plushie. So Whiskey Raccoon would have a brother chicken, but we forgot to bring it from New York, so it didn't happen. But yeah, I've got some cool barrels here. This one's from Silk Velvet, my favorite barrel, and this is Harpoon's favorite barrel. I am not sure what this is. He just kept it here. I don't know what it is. Keeps surprising me. And then we also went to Dietrich Bourbon, where he gifted me a 10-year bourbon barreled gin. So this is 10 years old. It went into the barrel fill date was 2016, May 2016. So it's 9 years. And yeah, it was by the LaSalle brothers in Dayton, Ohio. So it's a pretty unique experience. I've never tried a 10-year gin, never seen it either. Harpoon, when we were in Kentucky, also purchased an Old Pogue. So this is all from our bourbon hunt. I'm just going to try some of the stuff that we got from our bourbon hunt in Kentucky. And then obviously we have the pour here, which I could try anything here. I got an Ardbeg last time, but yeah, that's beside the point. You guys let me know what you guys want me to try, and I'll try that. I'm gonna just pour myself some Old Poke, since that's a low proofer. See, the nose on the Old Pogue is always so nice, and Harpoon likes the taste as well, but the nose on this is phenomenal. It has those yogurt bites nose. Field and Sound Wheated. Where's that? I don't even see it. Field and Sound Wheated. I don't think I have it here. Oh, I guess I do have it here. I have it in here. The Field and Sound Wheated bourbon is in here. He bottled it as Whiskey Library. Try the Dark Arts 11 year. That's my favorite one. Shannon, amazing time. So when I was in Kentucky, I was with Shannon. Shannon joined us at we first started with. What was our first pick? Yeah, we first went to Bardstown Bourbon Company. Next day we were at Old Louisville, New Louisville, and then next day we went to Western Kentucky Distilling, where I picked up these Silk Velvets. And yeah, after that we went to Frankfurt, just a day off, and then we went to Neely Family Distillery, which wasn't on the plan, but we were just going through this gas station, and at the gas station I saw the name Sparta, Kentucky, and I was like, this is exactly where I do the pickups for Dark Arts, because I do the trucking for all these bottles that come here, and I'm like, Sparta, Kentucky is the exact town that I pick up the Dark Arts from, and I know Neely Family Distillery does all of the bottling and blending for Dark Arts. So Dark Arts, I guess, does all of their bottling at Neely Family Distillery. So I was like, let me just go in and say hello to the owner. I don't know him. I have texted him once, but other than that, I have no communication with him. I go in and he's like, Arnav, you're here. You were yesterday with Jacob Call. You want to pick some barrels? And then he said, come, let me show you around the rick house. Let me show you around our facility. Shows me his great-grandfather's recipe, the yeast that he has from 1850 or something like that. And it was crazy for me because it's like I go to all these distilleries that are owned by sometimes owned by corporations, big corporates like Penelope is owned by MGP, which is publicly traded now, and even let's see which one's owned by a corporation. Angels Envy is owned by private equity now. Weller obviously is owned by Sazerac, which is a conglomerate. But yeah, I go to all these bigger distilleries, and I never feel that connectedness. And then I go to this guy in the middle of Kentucky, like a suburban Kentucky, Sparta, Kentucky, a town nobody has heard of, and he's telling me all about his grandfather and how he was a bootlegger and he got arrested with a gun in his pocket. And it was such a mind-blowing experience because these guys have been doing this since before my grandfather was born, and I just got in like a year back. And this is just whiskey for me. This is just what I do for a living. And I love bourbon, but these guys are so passionate about it, and they're trying to carry their father's recipe and their great grandfather's legacy, and it means so much to them. And they choose to let me stay in that rick house until 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m. And he shared me a pour of some of the older stuff he has, and it's just a mind opening experience because I sometimes get very sentimental when I talk about this. I'm like, these guys, they're so passionate about what they do, and then they choose to share a pour with me, and we become friends over this drink that it has ethanol in it, which controls our mind and all of that. But we somehow just become friends in what 10 minutes over a couple of pours, and we were there for a barrel pick, all business, but it turns into a nice friendship. And then later he brought a shotgun and stuff, and he shot through the rick house. But yeah, Western Kentucky distilling was amazing. Can't wait for the. Oh yeah, I think that's my favorite pick from Kentucky. But yeah, we were at Neely Family until 10 p.m. We left from there in the morning. We went to Dietrich Bourbon, which is Bell of Dayton in Dayton, Ohio. He has some great stuff as well. Very small guy. He probably does like less than a barrel a week, probably a barrel every 2 weeks, which, compared to the big guys that do thousands of barrels a day. Well, not anymore. Some of the big guys also stopped their production now this year, but yeah, it's pretty unique how these guys work and operate and how passionate some of these people are. But Old Poke is an old one. I don't think they're very well distributed anywhere. Harpon loves this one, so he picked it up. And every time I try it, I'm like, it's okay. It's nothing special for me. Maybe I'm just saying that because it's a low proofer. I'm usually not the one that goes for low proof stuff. Yeah, see, even at 90 proof, lacks that sweetness that I like. It has the yogurt bites and it has all the saline notes and all the things going on, but it's not sweet enough for me. Sometimes bourbons are too sweet, and this one's not sweet enough. It's lacking that bourbon-esque character for me, which I prefer. I like that. That's what gravitates me towards bourbons, but it's not a pour for me. Especially at $100, you're paying $100 for a 91 proof bourbon that is not even like a single barrel. It's just from a distillery that used to exist back in the day. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Harpon likes it. Apparently, he could keep it. I don't want it. Okay, what's next? Somebody said let's try the Dark Arts 11 years. So let's do that. Wow, this pour is. So AJ today asked me, what's your favorite pour out of all of these bottles here? And it didn't take me a second to point at this bottle because it's like, I mean, nothing else like this in here. So Justin said, I'm learning as I go. I'm still sort of new to this, 100%. And I'm also new to this. I'm still learning as I go as well. I learned so many new things. And every time I go to a distillery, I feel like I learn new things, which I haven't come across before. Yeah, whoever blended this, it's has Has God qualities. I'm not trying to get the God complex, but yeah. Oh, Shannon, you're gonna love this. You know the Mr. Sam you sent? It has a very similar flavor profile to this. I've been enjoying bourbon for many years, but only get just recently starting to understand good bourbon. Yeah, there's a lot of not so good bourbon, not my palate bourbon, whatever you want to call it, but there's some bourbon that is, what I've realized is these people can all say what they want, and until now I've realized that every barrel is different. Two barrels could sit right beside each other at a brick house, that has the same floor, the same temperature, everything's same, but those two barrels could turn completely different. But I realized the master distiller also plays a big role because needs to have some sort of consistency. I went to Western Kentucky Distilling, and the guy that distills there, his name is Jacob Call. His grandfather or his father, Samuel Call, he was the master distiller at I think Beam and Green River. So, and then he was a master distiller of Green River, and pretty much anything that was made from 20s, you could Google this, but 2012 to 2017 or 2018 or no, actually 2012 to 2020 was in the 2020s. Anything that was distilled between that time was his distilled. He sat at the pot still and he distilled it. So anything coming out of Green River right now is his distilled. So he was telling me all about it, and he tasted me on some OZ Tyler barrels, which is what Silk Velvet uses. And OZ Tyler used to be the old name of Green River Distilling, and it was mind blowing. This first barrel, this is called the barrel number one, but the reason for that is because this was the first barrel we ever tasted, and it didn't taste like a hazmat at the time, but it's 71.36%. So it is a hazmat very much, and yeah, it just blew my mind. It's crazy for me because that stuff is great. And another thing I realized is that it was Green River, right? It's a big company, and that's maybe why the bourbon tastes so good because they know what they're doing, whatever it might be. But then Jacob tasted me on his 2 year 9 months bourbon, which when he first pointed at it, he was like, "Try it." I was like, "2 years 9 months." I've tried some other 2 year 9 months bourbon, and they don't taste good. So I was pretty hesitant before I tried it, and once I tried it, I was like, "This guy knows what he's doing. He knows his craft." And it is about the distiller. Cheers, guy. Thank you for joining. I completely forgot. I have the rare character too. Like it tastes. It's already done, but this is the label. Let me know what you guys think of this. I designed this using AI, but I'm gonna say I designed it just to get the credits. Whiskey library selection, rare character. Yeah, there's about 100 bottles of this. Not really sure how many, but they're all sitting in New York right now. I poured myself a bottle. I snuck a bottle in, and I brought it to DC. Yeah, the rare character is gonna drop with all the other bourbons. The allocated bottles that are gonna drop. This was also an allocated bottle that very few of them we received. Yeah, I'm sipping on the 11 year right now. It has such dark blackberry, chocolate, caramel notes. I'm trying to think. So, two blinds that I want to do today is the 11 year rare character and the 11 year dark arts, because both of these are 11 years old. This one's from MGP. This one's Green River. So I did some research. They write the mash bill on the back. It's 7021-9. So this is Green River distilled from 11 years back. Let's see if they show the barrel date. Distilled in 2015. So This is also Jacob Call's juice, which I don't know if it's true or not, but this is Jacob Call's juice. When will the allocated drop be? So the allocated drop is gonna start. It's a draw, and mystery box members will get the access to the draw, but it's gonna drop. The allocated bottles are gonna start drawing on Wednesday, that is April 29th, 2026 at 3 p.m. And the draw is going to be for 24 hours. So you can enter your email and all of that stuff. And then you can enter into as many bottles as you want. So there's about 13 different bottles, and I think more than 200 or whatever. I don't know the exact figure, but about 200 different bottles. So there's plenty for a lot of people. But if you don't get a bottle, your chances for getting another bottle is higher. So it's not like, if you don't get, say, a Weller 107, you are probably going to get another bottle that you signed up for. You wanted the Old Fitz 11 year too. So what time zone? It's EST. So it's 3 p.m. EST. Yeah. I mean, last time I realized you can't please everybody involved. So we last time when we dropped the bottles, it was like a checkout game. Whoever can check out fastest at the time, and the emails were sent at different times, and everybody lives in a different time zone. People got that email at 11 a.m. EST, which was like what 8 a.m. PST, like in California and stuff. So we have a lot of California customers. So they were upset. Mystery box members were upset because they were like, "Oh, I didn't get anything because I'm slow with computers and I can't check out fast enough." So try to make it fair. But yeah, that's what we have. I know there's probably going to be people that say, "Hey, why am I not getting this bottle? Why am I not getting that bottle?" But I tried my best to make it as fair as we can, and that's what we put together for you guys. Loving the dark arts you sent me last week. Yes, dark arts is great, especially this one. Some of their other stuff. So I'll be honest. I think I like their blunt blend. I like their honey cask finish. Their Jupiles floor, I wasn't that big of a fan of, and the Mizunara was great as well. I think I like that. But Dark Arts puts out very consistent juice. I think, like for me, I like consistency better than mind blowing stuff and then a hit or miss. Some of the distilleries out there, they will put great stuff in some of their bottles, and it's okay, okay stuff in the others. Yeah, we try to put a lot of thought, man. It's hard, because people will say like, "Hey, I didn't get this bottle because I deserve it," and I know like a lot of people, a lot of you guys deserve it, but try to make it fair. I know some people reached out to me, said, "Hey, I wanna get two bottles of their character single barrel. I want to gift one to another person," and for the ones that are watching the stream, you guys are here, so I'll say, if you guys want two bottles of this, you could text me on Messenger and let me know if you guys want two bottles. I can set those aside for you guys since you guys are here right now. But yeah, I mean, I always try to make accommodations, but I also don't want to make anybody else upset. Speaking of, oh wow, that evolves. Shannon, you're going to be very happy with this one because I feel like this is right up your alley. And you know what? I'm going to do this. I have these cards. I'm going to write dark arts and Pin Purveria, we make the mystery boxes. Anything about that is also nice. Yes. We try to make the mystery boxes also good. I have a ton of new stuff coming in, which we didn't have ever before. And some of the distilleries, they will give you 4 samples or 5 samples. When I go to distilleries, I try to sort of say that, hey, I don't want 4 or 5 samples. I want as many samples as you can give me. Preferably, I would want you to give me access to your entire rick house so that I can point to the barrels and take the chance of luck and play my roulette on what barrel I want to taste, and I'll pick the best ones for my members, and that's what I've tried to do. But yeah, that's what Jacob Call let me do. Shannon was there, Silk Velvet. I asked him beforehand, I want anything that you have available, and I want as many samples as I can taste. Even at Watershed, they had like 16 or 20 samples. Every single distillery I go to, typically other retailers, other distilleries, their policy, that's what they say, their policy is usually like, hey, we will give you 4 samples just like this, placed on the table, and you taste through each one of them, and then you say which one you want. But that's not my way. I don't like that because I feel like distilleries are able to then see how good they can give the sample, and they sort of try to keep their good stuff to themselves, so that maybe they can release it at an allocation or a higher price or whatever. But I try to get the best stuff for best bang for buck for my mystery box members. So because these are going into mystery boxes, you guys don't know what you're getting, so I want to make sure you guys get what you paid for. Okay, so right now what I'm gonna do is I have my blind spinner right here, which, so here's the thing, I had the thread for orange and I ran out, so then I switched to copper, and I'm gonna probably print another one which will be completely copper, but this is a copper pot still, that is the topper. So has whiskey library, just like distilleries have Vendome up here, and then like a cap that you can open, but you can't really open, it's a fake cap. Then, you know what, I'm going to show you guys how it works. So I'm going to do a blind with, what should I do? I should probably start with the 11 years. Both of these I will blind, and then I will blind the 2 hazmat. So, oh, not this one. So this is her Pawan's favorite barrel pick from Western Kentucky Distilling, Silk Velvet, and this is my favorite. So her Pawan's favorite was at 74.15%, and mine was 71.36%. So those are the 2 blinds I'm going to do. Let me move the camera a little under so that you guys can see while I blind it. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Let's do this. So I've got the 2 11 years here. I'm going to name each one. Write down the names. 222. The Dark Arts PBJ is also good, but I mean, this Dark Arts is unlike anything else. The 11 year. AJ's favorite up here is the Antique, which is good for him because that's cheaper than the Dark Arts. The Dark Arts is a little expensive. I would think twice before getting it as well, but I would bite the bullet on that in the end. Like, you know, it's a little hefty, but yeah, it's really nice. So I'm naming this the Dark Arts, and then this one is the Rare Character. Okay, so I wrote down the names. Now I'm gonna get my blind spinner. Here we go. So this is the blind spinner, and we need only 2 of these holsters. And then let's pour the Dark Arts and the, so pouring the Rare Character now. Okay. Oh, what are the proofs of the 2 Western Kentucky samples? The Western Kentucky samples, barrel number 1 was 71.36%, so 71.36. And the barrel number 9, which is her Pawn's favorite, is 74.15. So both are hazmat, but his favorite is a little burny. And when you taste it, you can't tell it's burny. So this was the Rare Character right here, and then the Dark Arts. I'm gonna try to fill it as similar levels as I can so that my brain doesn't recognize which one's which. So both cups are identical with similar fill levels. And then this one's the Dark Arts. So the Dark Arts goes in here, and then the Rare Character goes in here. And then this was the Rare Character, and this was the Dark Arts. Perfect. Yeah, the Rare Character bottle is very beautiful. Time for the blind. And I'll tell you guys which one I like more. Okay. Wow, that's pretty smooth. Hey, Gene, I'll print you one. Wow. So Shannon also agrees with her poem. Yeah, I mean, 91 and 95. Did you rate anything else, 91 and 95? And specifically for Gene, I think the watershed, the last barrel that we tasted, literally as soon as the sip touched my tongue, I was like, Shannon, this is for Gene. This is literally for Gene. This is meant for Gene. Has so much dark chocolate in it. We should just name that barrel something. Oh, yeah. I'll share it with you guys, of course. It's all open source. But make no mistake of printing half and half like me. I'm pretty stupid for that. Okay, I mixed it pretty well. Keeping it up here. No cheating here. It's all game. This is how it looks. And I mixed it pretty well. So the copper looks great. Gene's barrel for the watershed. Yes, I like that name. Okay, I have the two right here. Number one. There's some heat on the nose, which could be good. That's super nice, super dark. It has a little bit of oakiness in the end. The finish is sort of, it's not too long. I would have liked the finish to be a little longer. It's very chocolatey though. I'm guessing this is not the dark arts because the dark arts has a lot more complexity. This one's very like one tone, one or two notes. Like I'm getting some cinnamon and some dark chocolate on this one, which is great. It's amazing. Like that's all I could ask for. Uh, but as a single barrel, I don't know. And the heat in the end doesn't help. It's a little beery. It's a good bourbon. I think the expectation when it's both of these, I'm just shit talking both of them because I'm like I expect it to be mind blowing. This is not mind blowing. This is not mind blowing. It's really good. It's great. It's not mind blowing. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be saying that, but ahead of the drop. But it's mind blowing. It's not mind blowing. Yeah. This one, on the other hand, it's a lot more creamy. I can just tell this is the dark arts, and I could be wrong, and that would be pretty funny, especially since I said it's my favorite bourbon on the shelf here. Yeah, I think this is the dark arts. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the rare character. If that's the rare character, if that's not the rare character, which I don't think it is, I don't think it's not the rare character. It is the rare character because I feel like it lacks that complexity. It's very one note. It has that very distinct cinnamon note. This has a very distinct dark blackberry note. It's an easy sipper. You can just sip it. So my guess is that this is the dark arts and this is the rare character. I could be saying that just because I like this more, and I'm sort of disappointed with this one, given what's on the table. I mean, put this against an old pogue, I would probably like this one more, and I would like this one more than a lot of the stuff here. But I mean, compared to the dark arts, I don't think this is the dark arts. So, time for the review. This is the right character. So I was right. At least I was right. And then this is the dark arts. The dark arts up here. Olaf from Puerto Rico. Welcome from Puerto Rico. Perfect. Whiskey Raccoon says hello to you. Whiskey Raccoon, say hello. 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 Definitely want to give another shout out for your guys from last week. They were freaking awesome filling in. Oh yeah, they were great. They're back there making sure all the orders go out on time. But yeah. Perfect. Fresh cups. And let's do another blind with the Whiskey Library blind spinner. Perfect. So this is barrel number 1, my contender, and this is barrel number 9, Shannon and her Bowen's contender. Let me get some cards. I have 2 of these cards. One is barrel number 1, and the second one is barrel number 9. So name them number 1 and number 9. Ooh, focus please. Okay. So barrel number 9 goes in here. Not gonna pour too much because I want to preserve this. It's beautiful. I don't want to waste it by pouring it into an infinity cup and then throwing it out. And then barrel number 1, I need to pour even less because it's mine. I want to preserve it. So barrel number 1 and barrel number 9. Cheers. And then these cards go in here. This is going to be really hard because I've only tasted these like 2 times. No excuses, but still. Let's see which one I like more. I'm actually very curious about this one because, I mean, both are the ones that I picked. So I did pick both of them. So if I do miss on this one, don't come at me. Perfect. Spin it. Perfect. Okay, by the way, the mechanism, the way it works is you pour it in here, and then that's how it moves on the inside. Okay. Time for the reality. Let's see who has a better palate. I want to say nail polish remover, but I think it's more like a Sharpie on the nose. I'm getting apple brandy, but it's like, I don't know, maybe I was just very drunk. But I mean, let's be honest, this is 74, 71, either one of them. So it doesn't sip like a hazmat. So I'm thinking this is the number 1. Finish is super, super long. It's like, holy shit, this is good. So viscous. And it has that very subtle nuttiness, which every single one of the barrels that I tasted that day had. Wow. It's like almond oil. I think I do need to clean my palate after this. Okay, on the nose, I do like this nose better. Wow. Yeah, this nose is a little harsh. Oh, and then this one. Both are nutty. This one has like this crackham or drizzle going on for it, which I like more. I think I like this one more. I have no idea whether it's number one or number nine. At the time, I was just fanboying over number one, but that's so hot. It's like you feel it in while it's going down your esophagus. So time for the review. Okay, if I were to rate it like Shannon did, I would rate this one for a hazmat. This is like, yeah, I would agree with Shannon on this one. This is a 90, a 93 or something, like a 93. And then this one would be like an 89. And the reason this is an 89 is just because it has a bite to it at the start of your tongue, and the nose isn't very pleasant. So for that, this is 89, and this is 93. I mean, I'm just being a little thrifty. I should rate it more, but I just want to be a little conservative. I just want to be a little reserved. I don't want to give it 96 or something. So yeah, 93 and 89. I'm so surprised. This is number one. Number one. So number one is the number one barrel, and number nine is okay. Oh, it's really good, but I wouldn't be upset if you gave me either one of these. But I mean, this one's better. This one's better for me, for my palate. I think it's much better. Um, Lastly, I'm gonna try some Bell of Dayton. Bell of Dayton. This is a 10-year gin, so yeah, it's gonna be slightly oaky. So it's a bourbon barrel finished gin, not finished. It's aged in bourbon barrels for 10 years, and it just smells very medicinal, very floral, very medicinal. I'm tasting my most recent mystery box, First West, to get me started. First West is great. Wow. There's so much cinnamon, cloves, black pepper. Ooh, there's some root beer going on. Yeah, anybody who likes bourbon, you gotta try this one. Try to blind an allocated bourbon versus one of your picks. The only allocated bottle I have here that's open is a Weller 107. I don't usually go for allocated. I tried the Star Hill Farm last time. That's the allocated bottle versus the Star Hill Farm versus the Frey Ranch wheat whiskey. Oh, or I could go for the ultimate, the Pappy Van Winkle 20-year. It's a very oaky though, so I don't know what to go against. So you tell me. You see my shelf behind me. You tell me what I could blind the Pappy 20 beside of. But I'll be honest. Yeah, Star Hill Farm is delicious, but I'll be honest, Pappy is a little overrated. It's like I've tried it. It's too oaky for me. Maybe I tried the 20-year. I haven't tried the 10-year. If I try the 10-year, maybe I'll like it more. But yeah, it should stay out of anybody's league. It's just, why would you drop that much on one bottle? I could buy 10 of the picks on that for that. Like, I enjoy the 10-year. Yeah, 10-year is good. Maybe, I don't know. I would never know. I'm too hesitant on trying. I went to Old Taylor, Old Taylor, not Old Taylor. I went to Buffalo Trace on Wednesday when we were in Frankfurt, and they had the Old Taylor tour. I did the whole tour. Beautiful campus, by the way. I tried their E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof. That's what they had for tasting, and I tried it, and I was like, I'm so glad I picked barrels with these guys instead of these guys. I don't like that EH Taylor barrel proof. I think it lacks the viscosity that I'm looking for, the caramel note that I look for. It's I might just be a hater, but I wouldn't drop anywhere near what people drop on the retail price. MSRP, I could see where it's coming from, but since it's an allocated bottle, it's very hard finding for it at an MSRP. So yeah, as a consumer, I wouldn't go for the EH Taylor barrel proof after trying it. Old Rip is pretty tasty. Hey man. Oh, perfect. I'll get to try the Old Rip 10. And I'll say, hey, Gene gave me a sip and I like it a lot. Or I could say, it's okay. I never had the chance to try those. Yeah. Maybe you should try them just to see what you like better. But this is 45.2% alcohol, so it's 90.4 proof. I don't think I have a barrel pick that's that proof. Maybe I could try the 107 proof against a rare character. Nah, the rare character is also 61%. So let's see what I could try it against. The dark arts is all not good. Okay, Luke, Amaro cast. I can just tell that's Amaro cast, so we can probably just tell that is not. Okay, let's see from our dark arts. Not our dark arts, our new Ludo. These are all 135, 136, 140. Yeah. Let's see, Fiddler Antique. I don't know the proof on that one. I'm gonna get the Fiddler Antique. Maybe I blind taste the Fiddler Antique against. So the Fiddler Antique is 54.7%. So it's not that bad. And this is also a wheated bourbon, just like the Weller. So let's do that. Yeah, this is like 109 proof, something like that. 109 proof, and this is 107 proof. So they're damn close. Okay, I think that's a more fair competition. That's a good idea, though. My pick against an allocated bottle. That's what we should be doing every single Friday night pour. So, let's see. So many bottles here. They have the same mash bill. I didn't know that. Yeah, these guys don't put their mash bill up here. The Fiddler people. The Weather mash bill is just so well known. Everybody knows. Just washing my cups. Just to make sure there's no residue. Okay, perfect. And then we're doing Weather versus Fiddler Antique. I'm so glad we invested in this blind spinner. It's making everything so much more fun because I never know. I might pick the Weather Antique. And like if you wanted to buy secondary prices, this is probably similar price out there, somewhere out there to this. So who knows? I'd be pretty shocked, but let's see. I mean, I'm just a hater. So Weller, and then F and. So I wrote Weller, I wrote well, and F and. So this is Weller, and this is F and. Fiddler Antique. These are the same amounts. Same exact amounts. Okay. The holsters. Fiddler Antique goes in here. Glass goes up here. And Weller goes in here. Glass goes in here, and then this is how it looks, just so you guys know. And then let's put it up here, and then this one goes up here. Cool. Cover. Pretty nervous for this one. Let's see. This is a true test because these are both same proof. Is the Weller 107 single barrel? No, it's not. Yeah, it's a batch. Okay. I'm gonna spin it a little more. Fiddler Antique was in my third mystery box. I love it. Yeah, I like Fiddler Antique. It's AJ's favorite bourbon up here. Just like mine is the Dark Arts, AJ's is the Fiddler Antique. Let's see. The moment of truth. Cheers, guys. A lot of cherry on this one. I actually like this. Yeah, this is the 9-year Fiddler Antique. Yeah, I like this. It's a lot of cherry, some cinnamon, spice. There's a little bit of a burn in the middle of the tongue. It's very well balanced. It's a little, a bit of a one note situation, not very complex, meaning it doesn't evolve, but there's this chocolate sponge cake sort of finish note that I get, which absolutely gets me. This is great. I think this is the Fiddler Antique. Let's see. This has a lot more chocolate milkshake, caramel, a little bit of brown sugar going on for it. Wow, this is a lot more viscous as well. This was not as viscous. That's the only thing this was lacking, and some complexity. The chocolate cake note was amazing. This one has a lot more complexity, a little more viscous. It doesn't have the chocolate note, which I'm sort of disappointed by, but it has an oak note in the finish. Just for the viscosity, I like this way more. I just like viscous bourbons. Okay, I think if I were to rate them, this nose is better than this nose. The nose on this is better than this nose. So I would say this is like, but the palate on this is better, and the finish is also better. I'm confused. If somebody likes nose, go for this one. If somebody likes palate and finish more, go for this one. I think I would give this like an 82, 83. This is like an 86, 85, 86, something like that. So I like this more, just for the palate and finish. And this now has a better nose, even though this nose is not as bad. I'm overthinking this. Let's see what it is. This is 82. This is 86. That's my approval points. It's not too far, but I would definitely go for this more. Okay. Ooh, this is the Fiddler Antique, and this is the Weather. This is the Fiddler Antique, and this is the Weather. So Fiddler Antique got, I mean, they were pretty close, not too far. And I don't know what the MSRP on a Fiddler Antique is, but that was the nose on that was amazing. I think the nose was the best part. The palate wasn't bad at all. It just wasn't as complex as I would like it to be. But yeah, that nose is amazing. They did a good job with the Weather. Pretty stoked. No wonder it's so sought after. The Fiddler Antique is also good though. Perfect. Thank you so much for joining. I forgot to do an infinity pour this time, but it was a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. It was a lot of fun pouring some allocated versus some non-allocated bourbons, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining. Cheers. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Gene. Thank you, Troy. Troy, thank you so much for joining first time. Thank you, Greg. Oh my God, Greg was also here. Thank you. Oh, you too. Good night. Jeremy, thank you. Marshall. Jennifer, Tony, Guy. Guy also joined this time. And Mike was also here for a brief period. Cheers. Thank you, guys.